Pain in the calf often comes from tense muscles and fascia. You can quickly find out if this is also the case for you. I am Roland Liebscher Bracht, and I will show you together with René how this works. So you get good chances of eliminating your pain and understand why we are doing these exercises. René, please sit down for a moment without a chair, but sit down.
I can endure it.
Yes, and when you sit, imagine René sitting on the chair and then the knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. And then we have the calf muscle here at the back, the gastrocnemius muscle. It goes from the Achilles tendon over the entire calf and practically merges into the bone here. And when the leg is bent, it gets shorter and shorter. And that is the reason why so many people have problems with the calf, even nocturnal calf cramps. So what we need to do above all is to stretch the calf again. Then the problem is eliminated when one does that regularly. The first exercise, the simplest exercise. René, stand against the wall and lean a little bit with your hands. And now we are talking about the right leg. If it's your left foot, left calf that's causing trouble, then just switch to the other side. Go back with your right leg until you notice that when you stand like this, you already have a slight tension here.
Then I would have to go further.
Then go a little further back.
Because I am very flexible, do you understand?
Yes, that could also be. So don't let yourself be irritated by that. It may also be that your foot is positioned here at the front and you already feel a pull in your calf. The more tense the muscle is, the more likely it is to pull. Yes, so the angle doesn't matter. You adjust it individually just like it is for you. It is very important now that the foot, which is pointing outwards in René's case, it must not point outward. Move around a bit, René. The foot must stand practically exactly perpendicular to the wall. Then the knee must be fully extended. And then you continue to bend the left knee further. And when the leg bends and it leans against the wall, then you press your heel onto the ground. And you can stretch nicely in here. You increase it for 2 to 2.5 minutes. And whenever it relaxes and you notice that it is not tight enough, then you press more firmly and go down a bit with the left leg.
Roland, do you know what happened to me?
Yes?
I always walk on my heels. Bad, right?
That is not correct. Then the effect goes away, and that's why you have to straighten your knee.
Oh, yes.
When you pay attention to your knee, so the knee is straight, then the heel does not come up.
Okay.
Yes? That is the trick to prevent the heel from going up. Because it is clear, when the heel goes up, we go up a bit, then the angle here becomes smaller, and then the stretching is less. A quick note on intensity. The intensity of the stretch you feel here should be a stretching pain that is just a comfortable pain. Yes? So it should be such that it is still tolerable.
Roland, I can feel it up to almost the thigh.
Yes, it can be very good.
But you said that's for the calf, right?
Yes.
Does this also automatically stretch my thigh?
There, depending on how shortened you are, very shortened, then you will notice it there as well. Normally you only notice it here, but that means that there are also shortenings here that will be eliminated at the same time.
Well, great.
And now I will show you a trick on how you can increase efficiency. And you can increase that by already stretching the foot forward. René, step on it with your right foot.
I am already pre-stretched, right?
And don't go to the wall yet, you just stand. By the way, this is also a wonderful way to do this in the morning while brushing your teeth without having to spend additional time. Look, you stand on books with the forefoot, then the foot is pre-stretched, and you have significantly more power in the stretching here because the weight comes on at a steeper angle. Go over to the knee joint, please.
I have to stand completely on it, right?
Completely on it, exactly.
So...
Yes. And the other foot remains relieved, and you have all the weight on the right leg now, respectively on the left if you have the issue on the left side. And now you can still stretch it out, even though it is already pre-stretched, still with your hands against the wall.
Also, Roland, I actually...
A little higher. Go a little higher, please. Because now you can practically push yourself down from the wall and put even more pressure on the heel. This is not necessary, but it is once again an increase in the efficiency of this exercise. What did you want to ask, René?
I find it much more intense with the knee stretcher than with the books, right?
Yes, of course. It's clear. Because the angle is steeper. One could now put a book on top of it, but then they would slide off and such. So it is a good option. If one does not have the knee stretcher yet, do that with the books. That is already much better than without.
Roland, if this improves for me the tension, should I then continue to go more intensively?
Of course.
Okay.
As mentioned earlier, you go to the intensity that is just bearable. And when you stand there for a while and notice it's decreasing, then you give a little more into the stretch so that you are always as close as possible to this limit. The closer you are, the better the time is used, the better the result. And since there is also the opposite direction to this stretching direction, you have to do another exercise for that. As the calf becomes shorter, the muscles at the front of the shin start to get more tension. This is actually the accompanying shortening to the shortened calf muscle. And that's an area we have to work on as well. René, bring your 2 legs forward. And now place the right lower leg parallel to the edge of the mat.
Almost like this?
To the back precisely. Okay, stay like that. Do not stop. Stay like this.
So,
and now it may be that the foot is positioned like this. Stay like this, please. So you may still have, no, please stay like this. That you still have a large distance between the ground and your ankle. And it is optimal if the ankle is resting. You may feel strong stretching in the top of your foot. And depending on the angle you are at, you have to work your way in further. Good. Suppose you're in the position and you still have this large distance here.
What does it mean then that I have this distance?
That it is shortened.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Now take the right hand, put the weight on your heel. And now, over the course of a few days, a week, maybe 2, you can stretch down so far that you gradually get closer to touching the ground with this spot here, so that essentially the entire top of the foot lies flat. And if you do these 2 exercises, then everything is fine and your calf cramps have hardly any reason to occur anymore. And also your pain in the calf naturally decreases.
I have a question. Where are the muscles located on the shin? Because we are only talking about the calf.
Are you wondering why there are no muscles in front of the tibia? Look, they are to the right and left of it. I'll start testing cautiously. You say right away when it hurts.
Yes, I notice it. Yes, I notice it, Roland.
Those are the so-called foot lifters, the antagonistic muscles to the calf muscles.
Thanks to you?
And of course, there are many more muscles in the body that can all shorten and cause pain. We always say, from headaches to heel spurs, most pains are musculoskeletal in nature. And there are exercises for that. If you have the motivation to do these exercises regularly to eliminate your pain systematically, check out these videos. I believe you will be thrilled.